In addition to what you laid out, I'm going to ask you very bluntly, Minister, did you have to cut them a check, and how big of one?
Well, listen, you always have to be part of I always say government have to be part of the equation when you come to these large investments. You mentioned the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States. You will recall that in the fall economic statement, we said that we intend to level the playing field, that we would be selective. So obviously, government have to be part of the equation. But I would say, Vashi, you never win on the money because there are jurisdictions who can offer far more than what Canada can ever offer. So you have to push other factors, for example, like I said, the talent of our workers, the proximity to critical minerals, the fact that renewable energy is the way to go.
And I appreciate all those points, and I'm certainly not trying to take away from them, but it's a really long-winded way of not answering, Minister, the original question I posed.
No,
am I to interpret from your answer that the federal government did invest, did cut the company a check? And again, I'm going to ask on behalf of Canadians, I'm not saying the investment isn't a worthwhile one, but how significant is it? How big is the size of the check you had to cut?
So I'll answer very clearly your question. Canada had to be part of the equation. And I'm not going to go into the details because we have discussions with many others. So discussions are commercially sensitive. But as always, Vashi will recall, we always make that information public in due course. But you would appreciate, as you're doing for Canadians, I'm the one negotiating on their behalf. So I need to make sure that what's commercially sensitive, as we have discussions with many players in the industries, in many sectors, at this moment, that would not be appropriate, but that the information will be disclosed in due course, as we always do, and when we have these major investments.